you need it, any way you want it.
She loves to laugh, she loves to sing, she does everything. She loves to move, she loves to groove, she loves a lot of things. All night, oh, every night. So hold tight, hold tight.
Well, I'm back. It's been about 5 months. Welcome again to the 21st Carl Spackler Open. We are still scheduled to go to Peoria. A little update on what's been going on, which is not much. It has been very, very quiet for the last 4 or 5 months. Collections came in on schedule. We collected a bunch of information from everyone out there. We ordered all of our apparel and everything else that we needed to order, tags and tees and that kind of thing. Working on the awards dinner, and it's just been quiet. We had 96 people register by the deadline, and then we had 2 drop out when we wanted the last payment in mid-April. Replaced them quickly. A couple days later, we're back to 96, and the hotel is aware, and the golf course is aware, and everybody's excited, and there's not much drama there. Roommates, they are published. For whatever reason, every year we have small groups of people that come to the Carl Spackler Open, whether they're college buddies or they're local to each other or whatever. There's probably about 15 small groups that make up the Carl Spackler Open, and maybe 12 of the 15 had an odd number of people. So it made roommates a little tricky because we have to merge things together. That's why we ask for 5 roommates every year. Maybe we needed 10 this year because it was what took usually for the last 15 years 10 minutes to do. Took me several hours to try to make sure everything was going to work. Hopefully everything's going to work. Those are all published on the website. That's about it for general updates. We have a lot more things we'd like to share with everybody. We're going to do that pretty quickly. I forgot my jacket. I got to go get it. While I'm doing that, watch this girl make a, 18-inch putt. It's pretty spectacular.
I read your letter. It said between the lines you're visiting Mexico for an indefinite amount of time. Love for burritos has now begun to cool. You need this driving fool deep to my soul.
Well, that was a heck of a putt. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So I went and got my jacket. This is my championship jacket. I won the very first year because Matt Davis decided to do 9 shots on the final 9 holes and lost. So I got this. All of our winners have one of these. We bought about 40 of these things back in 2009, and we had them all sewn up. And we started having winners, but all of the bigger people kept winning and taking all of the bigger people jackets. So we ran out of them. And so we've bought 50 new jackets, and those aren't the same color. So we're going to be moving on. So you may see one of our winners wearing the old style, thicker, probably hotter jacket. But then you might see our past winners migrate over to the newer style, thinner, cooler jacket. Who's going to win the next jacket? Well, I'm told that we have a rookie in Pennsylvania, Cody, Bup. He found Metamora Fields on his PlayStation, and he's been playing it day and night. So maybe it's him. Maybe it's not Cody. Maybe it's just one of you that take the time to go out to the range and hit one of these 2 or 3 times a week. Maybe you want to hit the ball straight. Maybe there's somebody out there that's not only hitting a bucket of balls like this, but they're taking advice from instructors like Manolo on how to hit the ball straight.
I have the times where it's like, what is going on in the world right now? I cannot find the center of the clubbing face. So what I need you to do is take it easy, check it out, and figure it out. Check it out. When you are going to put the fucking smack or that shit, and you're going to think, okay, here's what it is. I'm going to hook a cut. Oh my God, it's so nasty. You have to think how many nasty is that one. Hook a cut. Okay, first you need to know how to hit a cut. In order to hit the cut shot, your hands have to stay inside of the golfing ball. What do I mean by inside the golfing ball? Well, this is outside the golfing ball. Inside the golfing ball is always inside. My hands are here. My hands are always the bill of my hat. Imaginary lines, you stay inside the bill of the cat, inside. That's how you hit the cutters. You stay inside the golfing ball and you get in there like that one. That's going to promote the clockwise spin so the ball has a cut. It's nasty. Okay, how do I hook the golfing ball? It's the same ritmo. You put the golfing ball right there in the stances like that one, and then you must release your hands like that. So as you can see, I'm still inside the golfing ball, but I release the living shit out of my right hand. I turn the car off and I rip this perro off of the planet over the left field line, over the stadium, over the bleachers, into where the parking lot is. So I release my hand. Look at that. I rotate my body more than you could ever imagine because I am hooking a cut. Okay, you know how to hit the cut, you know how to smack the hookers, and if you just think hook a cut, the ball wants to go what is known as a stray. Think about it. You get up behind the golfing ball, you're going to release your hands so hard, but because you stayed inside the golfing ball, watch this one, watch this, check it out, check it out. Boom, like this. I boom, like that, nice, nasty. And then I rotate in here, my hands is inside the golfing ball, and from this moment, I'm inside to hit the cutter, but I rip that thing off the planet Earth. My body has rotated, I'm up here nice and high, all of the ritmo that gets you to a nice, high, beautiful, sexual magazine cover finishes. I need this at the top of the list. I need you to always watch this over and over, repeating. Know the words, know the ritmo to hook the cut. Hook the cut. See what I did there? It's the same thing. It's gonna hit a straight ball. That's what you want. You release the right hand. You don't stay fanning it like that. Release the shit out of that one. Get it to do what you need it to do. Hook a cut. That's it.
Well, thanks, Manolo. So everybody here should know how to hit a cut and then a draw and hit the ball straight. Apply 2 or 3 of these buckets every week, and you should be ready to win the golden jacket here in about a month. So anyway, moving on. Metamora Fields is wonderfully conditioned. It has obviously a fairway, and it has a first cut of rough. And then when you get outside the first cut of rough, you have what some people would call weeds, what the golf course calls fescue, and what other people might call heather. So it's tall, it's maybe not knee high, but some places it might be. And so the golf course tells me that anything in the fescue is white stakes out of bounds. Mr. Whalen and I played this golf course. We played out of that. We found balls quickly. But we also don't need people in the weeds or the fescue looking for their ball for an hour. So we're not going to have white stakes in this golf tournament because they're unnecessary. We've gone over the lost ball rule. And so everybody will have 2 minutes to find a ball. And that eliminates whether it's in fescue or not. Doesn't matter. You have 2 minutes to find your ball. I don't care if it's on the tee box, the green, the fairway, the rough, the fescue, the heather, the weeds, whatever you want to call it. You have 2 minutes to find your ball. If not, lost ball, 2 strokes out to the fairway, hitting your next shot. Let me repeat that. Don't find your ball, 2 strokes out to the fairway, play your next ball. Tee shot goes into the weeds, 2 shots coming out to the fairway, then you're hitting 4. So let's take a break and let's see what Carl's up to.
Yeah, well, if you find anything that doesn't look like fecal remnant.
I want the entire pool scrubbed, sterilized, and disinfected. Here it is. Ah! It's no big deal. Ah!
So moving on, we're going to talk about senior tees. So Bateson has been working on this project for months. He has put in so many hours into this, you guys would probably be flabbergasted. So I need you guys to all understand that this data has been looked over and looked over and looked over. What data? We collected yardages, driver, 5-iron, and 7-iron from every single person, all 96 people. Can't come if you don't have it, so we have it all. Handicaps. We have all those, except for a couple people that still haven't entered scorecards. Hey, enter your scorecards. And we also actually pulled data from all of your local play to figure out how many yards you normally play from. We have your age. We have your height, weight. So we looked at all the data. Or Bill did, and Captain's Club helped him out a little bit. And so we don't have an algorithm to share with you, but it is almost done. And if you are like 40 years old and you just suck and you can only hit the driver 180 yards, you're not a senior. So we can't use yardage. And if you're 60 years old, like Greg Garrett, and can hit a driver like 340 yards, well, you're not a senior. So those are extreme examples that actually exist. So I need everybody to understand that when we make the decisions, we're making it based on an algorithm. It is using all kinds of information. It is not using names. In fact, Bill, and when I've seen the data, it doesn't have names. Have I not seen the names on the data? I have. I will be transparent about that. But when we studied the data, we do not have names on it. We're looking at the data itself. So, eventually, we're going to have a super senior tee. Matt Gorby is definitely, without a doubt, off the top of my head, going to be a super senior. And then there's going to be the senior tees. And so there's going to be a group of people that are going to tee off on our normal senior tee. But Matt Gorby, as an example, is going to be a super senior, and he's going to play 1 tee in front of the senior tee. And so that will be Bill's job to set the senior tees appropriately on the golf course so it is clear what the super senior tee will be, because we're not ordering another 36 super senior tees. So all of that information is coming, and it's going to be very simplified. We're not going to get complex with it. You will be told what tee you're eligible for. You don't have to play that tee. You can move backwards, but you can't move forwards. And so that information will be displayed here on the tee analysis page. It will also be available on the mobile website while you're in Peoria. And then, in addition to all that, when you're actually doing the mobile scoring, it will also alert the scorer that that person is eligible for the senior tee or the super senior tee. So that's it for the tee markers. Let's go over bag storage. So this year we have the ability to do bag storage. And so that hasn't been around in 4 years. So bag storage is your ability to keep it at the golf course, your bag. You're not going to leave it on the cart. You're going to have to put it in the clubhouse in a room. You're going to be responsible to do that. Why would you do that? You would want to do that because the person that you're riding to the golf course every day does not have the same tee time as you, and maybe you want to sleep in, and so all you need is a ride to the golf course. And with 96 people, that happens almost every 2 minutes going out the front door. You just need to grab jump in a car and ride, and then your bag and shoes are already there. Why are your shoes there? Because you put them in your golf bag when you were done with play. So that's the bag storage situation at Metamora Fields. There will be more instructions on that at the player meeting. So moving on, we're headed to Peoria, Illinois, which is in the Central Time Zone. And so there's 2 of us, I believe, maybe 3, that are west of the Mississippi. That is Clayton in Reno, myself in Austin, and Mr. McElroy is in process of moving to Phoenix, Arizona. We have the vast majority of our people in Eastern Time, and so I'm asking those people to ignore the fact that they're gaining an hour. And when you look at the itinerary, and it says 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, it may look super early, but it shouldn't be for the vast majority of people. What do I need from everybody to be on time and to make sure that Clayton Sheridan gets a cup of coffee in the morning, because it'll probably feel like 5:30 in the morning for him. The player meeting will be at 7:30 on Wednesday. I need everybody to already have consumed their breakfast and already be ready to go to the golf course. We have a shotgun that starts at 10, and so we don't have a bunch of time to go looking for golf bags and shoes and whatever else you need. We are going to have one more phase of roster planning, phase 3. That will possibly be Ward's dinner options. It will also cover mobile scoring setup and a bunch of other things. So that's coming too. Senior tees will be announced at some point on the website, hopefully by the end of May. And I think that's it. So we have somebody returning after 1 year off, Boy Blue. And we're going to let him lead us out. And I guess I will see everybody in Peoria, Illinois, June 21st or 22nd, whenever you get there. Until then.
I'll see you at the Spackler.